Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Ashley Pickens here in Memphis, Tennessee. You guys, I've been in real estate since 2006, right? As a real estate agent, as a real estate broker. But most of y'all know me because I'm your auction mama. I auction off foreclosures at the courthouse here in Shelby County, parts of Nashville, parts of Mississippi. So July's foreclosure numbers have come out. You know, I've been following these for the past few years. So I come on here and try to share as much information as I can with you. Oh, you guys, and don't forget, I've got a free live masterclass this Thursday. Today is August 18th. It is Sunday. My masterclass is this Thursday, August 22nd. So if you are watching this and it is not August 22nd, it's before August 22nd, go register. It's all about foreclosures. We're talking pre-foreclosures, auctions, and REO bank properties. Absolutely free. It's live. I will answer your questions. The link is down below to register. I know I said it's free, so it's absolutely free, you guys, and it's always a good time. I mean, I'm your auction mama. All my master classes are like a good time, honestly. So let's jump into these July foreclosure numbers. Now, first of all, y'all know what I'm gonna say. These numbers are just numbers. You know, they are not set in stone. You know, if you ask me, I think the numbers are much higher. But let's see what Adam data is saying. I will link this article down below so you can read it, bookmark it, and follow along. So let's jump in. Nationwide, 1 in every 4,000 housing units had a foreclosure filing in July, which is not really a lot, right? So this U.S. foreclosure market report shows there were a total of 31,929 U.S. properties with foreclosure filings. I've said this before. There's usually 3 phases in the foreclosure process. You have that notice of default, right? A homeowner usually gets behind 3 months. Then the lender will file that notice of default, notice of sale, right? After that, they will schedule their auction. And after that, the property is repossessed. So 3 main phases of foreclosure, okay? Depending on where you live, you could live in a judicial state, non-judicial state, so it varies depending on where you live. So it's up 15% from June, so the numbers are going up. Nobody is surprised by this, right? July's foreclosure activity reflects a slight shift in the housing market with an 18% increase in foreclosure starts and a 14% rise in completed foreclosures from last month. So a completed foreclosure, it means it went through the entire process and the bank repossessed it, so it became an REO property. So it's a spike in REOs, banks taking back properties. Okay, so let's talk about the states because that is what y'all want to know, right? The states with the highest foreclosure rates right now. We're going to talk states, cities, and counties. Okay, so states with the highest foreclosure rates were Delaware. Let me move this computer over because I keep straining trying to look. Here we go. Were Delaware. We also had Nevada, 1 in every 2,000 housing units, Utah, New Jersey, and Illinois. Okay, so among metropolitan cities with at least 200,000 people, the highest foreclosure rates for July were Provo-Orem, Utah. Have y'all heard of Provo? Am I saying it right? Because I know y'all will correct me. Provo-Orem, Utah. Macon, Georgia. Columbia, South Carolina. We know Columbia, Spartanburg. Y'all have been on the list in South Carolina. Spartanburg, South Carolina. Atlantic City, Hamilton, New Jersey. Those were those. So Macon, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Atlantic City, Hamilton, New Jersey. Y'all, if I said the names wrong, forgive me. Okay, forgive me. Now let's talk about cities with at least 1 million. So these bigger metropolitan cities. For July, Las Vegas, Nevada. Y'all remember Vegas got hit real hard by the last housing downturn. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jacksonville, Florida. Chicago, Illinois, and Riverside, California. So those are the big cities with the greatest amount of foreclosures right now. So let's talk about foreclosure starts. Again, 3 phases. This is the first stage. These are new foreclosures. These are homeowners that are just now getting that foreclosure notice. What I want everybody to keep in mind, I've said this before, a lot of people can go through the process multiple times, right? You get behind, you stop paying your mortgage, the lender files a foreclosure notice on you, then you call and say, can I do a modification? And they say, okay, you can do a modification. Then you do a modification, and then you get behind again. So then they file that foreclosure notice again. You know what I mean? Then people will be like, well, I'm going to file bankruptcy. You file bankruptcy. You come out of bankruptcy, you get behind on your mortgage again, then you go back into foreclosure again. So you can go into foreclosure multiple times, okay? So the greatest number of foreclosure starts, this is what we're talking about. Lenders started the foreclosure process on 21,870 U.S. properties in July 2024, up 18% from last month, okay? States that had the greatest number of foreclosure starts in July 2024 included, y'all know, I'm sure everybody can guess, the biggest states in the United States. California with 2,342 foreclosure starts. Florida with 2,339. Texas with 2,222. Illinois with 1,221. And New York with 1,145. We can all name some things that are going on in each of those states, right? California, Florida, you know. So let's keep going. Now we're going to talk about cities because we got the states. Let's narrow it down to cities with the most foreclosure starts. New York City had 1,286 foreclosure starts. Chicago, Illinois, 1,555. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania had 782 foreclosure starts. Miami, Florida had 758 new foreclosures. And I know everybody's like, Miami is the place to go. Everybody's moving. Everybody is not a billionaire and millionaire. You know what I mean? That's just not everybody. Miami is hot, and it's a lot of these cities. I always say what goes up must come down. So those cities that were super hot, you had multiple offers, you know, open houses were around the block, looked like a club line trying to get into an open house. Those are the cities to watch, right? What goes up must come down. Let me say that. So, major cities: New York City, New York, Chicago, Illinois, 1,555, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Miami, Florida with 758, and Los Angeles, California with 689. Let's talk about REOs. Again, my master class, you guys, this Thursday, August 22nd. It's absolutely free, you guys. Absolutely free. Like, honestly, you can go back and look, like, in my past videos, and you can watch previous master classes that I've done. They're always free. I just try to give y'all as much information as I possibly can. So just register so you get the link to come to the master class. Bring your questions, you know what I mean? Bring your tea. You can come and have your pajamas on, you know what I mean? So, let's talk about completed foreclosures. These are REO properties, right? All the way through the foreclosure process. They probably went up for auction. They didn't sell at auction because a lot of properties are upside down. And keep in mind, the opening bid is the loan balance, okay? So I'm going to give y'all a little quick auction 101, you know, information, education right now. So when a property goes up for auction, you guys, that opening bid is the loan balance, okay? So I'm seeing right now at the courthouse a lot of properties that were just bought in 2022, 2023, post-COVID. You bought in the last 2 years, you owe that whole loan. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So I'm seeing properties going up for auction that were just purchased 2 years ago, and that loan balance is too high, right? You go to the auction and get a deal. You're not going to the auction to pay full price for a property, right? So, and if you bought 2 years ago, you might owe more than what it's worth. So that opening bid is more than what the property is even worth. So nobody's going to buy it at the auction. Properties that don't sell at the auction revert back to the bank, and they are called REO properties. You will learn all about this in the masterclass. So REO properties, states with the most bank-owned properties, you guys. Lenders repossessed 3,282 U.S. properties through completed foreclosure, also known as REO, In July, up 14% from June. States that had the greatest number of REO properties included New York with 377, California with 370, Illinois with 221 new REO properties, Pennsylvania with 219, and Michigan with 212. Let's talk about the cities with the most REO properties. We have New York City with 271, Chicago with 136, San Francisco, California with 104, Detroit, Michigan with 100, and Los Angeles with 97. Where do you find REO properties? You guys, REO properties, that's HUDHomestore.gov, homepath.com, homesteps.com, Truist, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo all have their own REO websites. You can use traditional financing. You do not have to pay cash. At the auction with me, you got to pay cash. But REO properties, you can get an FHA, conventional VA loan, FHA 203K. You know what? We're going to talk about all this in the masterclass on Thursday. Click the link below. Okay, so those are the REO properties for the month of July. Now let's jump in. Last thing, let's talk about the top 10 counties. Top 10 counties across the United States with the highest foreclosure rates. Okay, top 10 counties. So the top 10 counties right now with the most foreclosures across the country. Number 10 is Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Number 9 is Osceola County, Florida. Is it Osceola or is it Osceola? Osceola County, Florida. Number 8, Richland County, South Carolina. Number 7, Ascension County, Louisiana. Number 6, Warren County, New Jersey. If I call out your county, y'all, comment below. Let me know. Y'all seen a lot of people. Y'all know some people in foreclosure. People complaining about the bills being too high. That's everywhere. Everywhere people complaining about groceries, gas, life, everything too high right now. So 6, Warren County, New Jersey. Number 5 is Lake County, Indiana. Number 4, Sussex County, New Jersey. Number 3, Charles County, Maryland. Number 2, Utah County, Utah. Y'all, I don't know what's going on in Utah. Like, they're never on the list, honestly. Is it a factory shutting down in Utah? You know what I mean? Sometimes that'll affect, because Utah is like never on the list. And I've said this before, a lot of times if a county or a city or a state has like no foreclosures and then all of a sudden they get an increase in like 10 foreclosures, then it makes it look like they had like a huge 100% increase. You know what I mean? When they started at 0 and just got, you know what I mean? But Utah is like never on the list. And it's number 2 with the, of counties of the top 10. It is literally number 2. Utah County, Utah, you guys, and number 1, I have been waiting on them. No shade. No shade. Number 1 county with the most foreclosures for July, Bibb County, Georgia. I have been waiting on Georgia to get on these lists. No shade to people in Georgia. Shout out to Georgia, you guys. It's just because I see your real estate, right? I see how quickly it went up post-pandemic. I saw how people were paying over for your real estate prices. I saw investors gobbling up properties, right? And now I'm seeing, and I've just been waiting for it to hit mainstream or for Georgia's numbers to hit, you know, the TV. But I've been seeing foreclosures in Georgia for a long time, right? I know Georgia has auctions already scheduled for January of 2025. I've seen Georgia's numbers going up. I was just waiting for everybody else to see it, right? So I'm not surprised that Bibb County is number 1, and I predict that Georgia is going to have a bunch of foreclosures. I see their investors already. I see a lot of foreclosures in Georgia that are investors in foreclosure, buying properties, can't finish them, can't get off of them, in the middle of building and construction, and just can't pay that loan, you guys. So I'm not surprised, but this is the first time that Georgia has popped up on the list. So I wouldn't be surprised. Bibb, y'all in Bibb, where y'all? Bibb, what else is out there? Gwinnett County, Bibb, Cobb. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. So you guys, those are the foreclosure numbers for July. I watched them. I will link the article down below so you can follow as well. I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. Don't forget to sign up for the masterclass this Thursday. And you guys, I think that is it. That was a quick and to the point kind of video today. Shout out to all the new followers. Honestly, the channel has been growing. You guys, I am so grateful and so appreciative. I usually go live on Sundays, 8 p.m. Central Time. So try to catch that if you can. And just shout out to everybody. Y'all just save your money. If you don't want to put it in the bank, put it in a shoebox, put it under your mattress. Do what you got to do. Okay? Take care of yourself is what I'm saying. I'm not saying be selfish, but you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, you guys. So I will see you in the next video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.